The following may contain offensive language, adult humor, and or content that some viewers may find offensive. The views and opinions expressed by any one speaker does not explicitly or necessarily reflect or represent those of Mark Radulich or W2M Network. Please listen with caution, or don't listen at all.
TV party tonight! What? TV party tonight!
Oh, we got nothing better to do than watch TV and have a couple of brews.
Don't want to talk about anything else.
We don't want to know.
We're dedicated to our favorite shows!
Oh, my tickets!
Everybody loves Hippo Toad.
Scary dog!
Dancing at Blurnsville.
Futurama!
Hello, good evening, and welcome to TV Party Tonight. I'm your host, Alexis Hejna. Joining me, we missed having him on 2 weeks ago when we discussed Only Murders in the Building, but we are so happy to have him back, Mr. David Wright.
Happy to be here.
And this is the fourth or fifth show in a row, because with me, he just cannot escape my grasp no matter how hard he tries. I mean, at this point, he's pretty much the Alistair to my Rosie, Mr. Jesse Starcher.
Oh my goodness. So glad to be back here. This is it, right? For a while now for you. You won't have any other TV party tonights for a little bit.
Yes, finally, I'm free.
That's good. That might mean I'm free for a little bit too, then. That way I can rest up for the holidays. It's been fun. I'm glad we get to close it out on a good one.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, I will be back next week for Damn You Hollywood, but that is by choice. It's like, okay, finally. This is like my 9th week in a row of TV Party Tonight.
Yep.
I have been binging nonstop TV for weeks now for Mark.
I get it.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, again, to quote Alistair, I finally unclipped my wings.
Yes.
And if you can't tell, guess what? We are talking Hazbin Hotel Season 2. Hazbin Hotel, created by Vivian Medrano, starring Erica Henningsen, Stephanie Beatrice, Alex Brightman, Keith David, Kamiko Glenn, Blake Roman, Amir Talai, and Christian Borle, among others. One of the most in-demand animated series of all time, premiering on Amazon Prime Video in January of 2024. This show has just been a major success, a worldwide phenomenon. Before we get started, though, I should go ahead and ask, did either of you see the Hazbin Hotel on Broadway show that premiered?
I didn't. Did you share a link, though?
I did, but I didn't know if you were going to get to it or not.
I had not had a chance to watch it because I remember you sent it over, but yeah, I'd heard about it, but no, I did not get a chance to catch it.
Yeah. David?
Like I saw it on Prime, but I didn't watch the show. Scheduling time, children, family.
Holiday, yeah, gotcha. No. Oh wait, no, you're in Canada. You don't have Thanksgiving this week.
No, we've already done our Thanksgiving. So
yeah, no, it was great because it's just a entire Broadway theater, like 70% full of Hazbin Hotel cosplayers, and every time the camera cuts to the audience, you see them singing along with the actors.
That's awesome.
It is great. People absolutely love this show. They love the work of Vivian Medrano, or Vivzy Pop as she goes by. I have worked so many shows recently, just finished up my Comic-Con, or my last Comic-Con for the season, and every show I have worked this year, I have lost track of the Hazbin Hotel cosplayers. So many of them. People absolutely love this show. We love the show. We're happy to be back talking about it. So with the second season kicking off, we now know that redemption is in fact possible. We have Pensius who has made it up into heaven. But things are not going well for Charlie. The denizens of hell think, oh, so this is where we go to actually just kill angels, right? Now that they have proven that angels are, in fact, well, killable. And we have the V's, Vox, Val, and Velvet, who are now conspiring to use this knowledge of the Hazbin Hotel to spin it in their favor and take over heaven. And of course, we have Serpentius in heaven, unable to reunite with his friends, unable to let them know he's okay. And heaven has to deal with the fact that, yeah, we probably shouldn't have been authorizing exterminations if souls can be redeemed. And they are really scared now what hell is going to do now that they know, now that everyone, all the cards are on the table, as it were.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of tough to realize that you've kind of stepped in it a little bit there, that, oh, wow, maybe we shouldn't have been doing this because there's a whole other way for these, these souls to deserve heaven in some way. So yeah, I can remember last season, like how violent the extermination was. And, it was hard to root for some people from heaven going down to hell and, tearing stuff up like it was. Obviously we weren't supposed to, but still.
Yeah, it was sadistic.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that now it's good though. At least they're realizing the mistake that they've made, or at least now they've got to try to figure out a way to fix it. Oh yeah, we got a lot of people are mad at us. The whole realm of hell is a little upset with us. So
yeah, and guess what? They're not going to be, persuaded with gift baskets filled with assorted taffies.
They are not.
Yeah. Abel, that was probably not the smartest move. We do have some new characters. We have Abel, son of Adam, who is now taking over his father's realm since Adam at the back of a blade wielded by everyone's favorite character, Nifty, voiced by Patrick Stump of Fallout Boy fame.
Oh, okay.
Kind of surprised me. I mean, I don't know if either of you are Fallout Boy fans. So
not me. I've
Yeah,
heard
I'm
of them. I'm not a big fan or anything.
Yeah, neither a fan nor a hater.
Yeah, I think I like a couple of their songs, but I wouldn't consider myself really a fan. But I didn't know he could do voiceover work. Like I was like, actually, it was pretty good. It was pretty funny. So we got that. We have Liz Calloway coming in as the Speaker of God, who only shows up for one episode, but still, I think leaves one heck of an impact. And we have the newest resident of the hotel, Baxter. Now, Baxter actually, fans have been waiting for him. I think I may have mentioned this in the previous season review, that Vivzie Pop had released tons of drawings of characters that she wanted to build up and bring into this show. And Baxter was one of them. In the earliest days of raising funds, just based off of the pilot, there was Baxter merchandise. This guy has always been around. Wow. And it's so great to finally see him now on the screen and realized.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. Having this merchandise background and then actually, kind of building up to a big reveal. That's actually really cool.
David, what did you think of Baxter?
Oh, probably one of my more favorite characters from this season. He was just small. He was funny. He fit in well with everything, and just seeing him go crazy at the end was just priceless.
Yeah, he gets his moment for sure.
Yeah. I've always wanted to do that.
Oh my God, him muting Vox. I had to pause the show.
Yeah, I thought something was wrong with my. Yeah, I thought something was wrong with my feed.
Yeah, and he also proves, Douglas Adams is correct that towels are the most important thing.
Absolutely. But yeah, no, I'm with you, Jesse. When Vox gets interrupted, I actually did a double take. Like, wait, what? Did I hit the mute button? It's so sudden. And now, of course, all the shippers are going nuts, pairing him with Nifty. Like, wow. Shipper. I mean, I know Shipper's got a ship.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So one of the big things about this season is Charlie, who is trying to come to grips with what's happened. This poor girl clearly has not gotten over all of the death and everything that occurred during the season 1 finale battle. She's still torn up about losing Penchas. And when she finds out that he's in heaven and the hotel works, whatever the version of decaf is in hell, she needs to switch to that. This poor girl is going insane and she's playing right into the V's hands through so much of the season. A lot of fans actually were really, really not happy with this new take on Charlie's character because she loses any composure, any ability to think straight. She is all instinct, running in, guns blazing, and does not know how to temper it back and think things through. So much there are so many problems in the season that probably could have been avoided. Just like Charlie, just sit down, breathe, listen to Vaggie. She's got your best interest at heart.
Yeah.
Just slow down a little.
Yeah, she I mean, I kind of identify with the fact of being excited, realizing that something you did works, and you want to tell everybody because, by golly, this is going to affect everybody that resides here. That hey, you got a second chance. It's kind of one of those big things, like a huge reveal, and you want to be able to try and tell everybody, and you're excited to do just about anything you can to get it out of there. It's just these first few episodes that you watch where she tries to do that, it all backfires. Everything kind of blows up in her face, or, well, obviously Vox is sitting there trying to manipulate things in order to further his agenda. And the way to do that is to try and show everybody how much of a joke the hotel is.
Yeah, well, I'd say that Charlie's problem is she's a very sweet person, which is odd considering where she grew up. But like, she is an elite. Like she's the princess of hell. Like she was born and raised there to Lucifer, who's, not exactly hell's greatest dad, despite having a song with that title. Right. He's been spending more time, playing with his ducks and mourning, or I would say pining for Lilith. So you kind of like, her actions make sense when you consider where she's come from. And, for all that she cares about the people of hell very much, I don't think she understands them. Mm-hmm. She does not. And whereas Vox, he understands manipulation and he understands the people, which is why he's able to manipulate the situation to his advantage so much. And we know that he is doing this more for his own benefit than for the benefit of the people. But a lot of what he does isn't necessarily wrong, or like a lot of the points that he makes aren't wrong. Mm-hmm. And like, when she says, "Oh, come here," like, I want to tell you that redemption's real. It's like, okay, prove it, show us. It's like, that's not an irrational point of view, right? Like, it's a pretty huge claim. Whereas it's like, what we do know for sure is we can kill angels, and they've been killing us for the past 7 years with sadistic glee. So we want safety, we want revenge. Those are all very well, I'm not quite sure rational, but very relatable, understandable, very human things to do. Yeah. And, add into that, you'd assume that, a lot of people in hell are not very nice people because they're in hell.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you hear a couple of the sinners say on the first episode when they talk about redemption, like, that sounds like a lot of work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, we could go for hours about like how exactly does hell work? What are the criteria for going to hell versus, we could just tie ourselves in not going over lore crafting here, which I'm trying not to do unless we get Vivzy Pop on the podcast to actually explain it all to us.
Yeah.
No kidding. There's enough videos on YouTube of how does one get into heaven or hell. I mean, there are so many fan theories going around, just like, okay, so because that brings us into a really good point in that we get 3 backstories in this season, and we see how 3 of our characters ended up in hell: Vox, Alistair, and Penchus. Mm-hmm. So first we got Penchus, who is on trial. We have to assume that he's pretty much been locked up in heaven for like a month at this point. At least, I think they say that's how long it's been since the end of season 1 and the beginning of season 2. And he gives his story, and he was basically just a very shy inventor in Victorian era, and he witnessed the first murder of Jack the Ripper. I know they don't say Jack the Ripper, but that has to be who it was.
Yeah, that's pretty heavily implied.
Yeah.
And he did nothing. He says he knew who that was. It was a client of mine, but I was too scared. And that's how he ends up in hell, by not acting, by not going to the police and turning him in. It's like, because he let Jack the Ripper go and continue his murder spree.
Yeah. Yeah. That, and I was listening to our previous podcast, and I remember, I think a lot of us came out of there with a really, we really like Serpentius, and I don't think this right here, changes that in any way, because I understand the sin of allowing him to get away could be what considered a big act of cowardice and land you down in hell. But sometimes it's tough to make that decision to go and you know, possibly, well, I mean, you know, put yourself out there. And I can't remember, was it portrayed like he intentionally let him do it, or was it a situation where he was just scared?
I think he was just too scared. I mean,
Right.
this guy is a psychopathic, you know, like serial killer who knows where he lives.
Yeah. And I mean, I think a lot of, you know, going back to the subject of going to hell and what gets you there, I think intent has a lot to do with it, you know? So you can't still help but feel for Serpentius here. But luckily he redeemed himself last season. So anyway, that's all I had on that.
We got that, and then we hear Alistair's backstory, which does lead to another point, but I'm going to hold off on that. But I do love that we get more of his backstory. Apparently his death had always been confirmed by Vivzy Pop, that he was shot, mistaken for a deer, and that's why he's got the antlers.
Yeah. I wonder if she was inspired by the movie Hot Shots.
That's a good one.
No, I do love it, and I love that he actually conjures up a communication with hell, and he's like, look, I am well aware of where I am ending up after this. Okay, I have no, I'm not delusional enough to think I'm not going to hell. And that he says, and he makes the deal with Rosie, saying, if I go to hell, though, I want to be the most powerful sinner down there. I want to continue my fun. He is so sadistic, and it is hilarious.
Yeah. So has this been a thing? Because I noticed this, because we're going to talk about the third backstory here in a second. And clearly the way that these two died, Alistair and Vox, that we're going to be talking about, have a implication on how they're represented in hell. Has this always been a thing? Like, or did I just notice it this season and it's been around for a while?
Well, I know that if a character has like a cross mark on them, that's sort of indicated of like the wound that killed them.
That killed them. Okay.
Yeah, that's why Vaggie has the X on her eye, and
Right.
Alistair's is like on his forehead where he was shot. And
Yeah.
but
Alistair. Go ahead.
No, so I would say that actually is the example. That is true, because the examples that they've given were not from Hazbin Hotel, but from Hell of a Boss.
Oh yeah.
We've seen a handful of people who have gone into the office because they died. My favorite example, actually, what I'll go with is the Campers episode. The camp counselor who goes in, he mentions that he drowned because he couldn't, because he was on the boat and couldn't swim. And his body looks like it's kind of like a lava lamp. It's made of water.
It's coming back to me now for sure, because I remember quite a few people that ended up there, and they are clearly their power set or whatever is impacted by the way that they died in hell. Like,
I think personality might have some influence on it too, but
right.
yeah, I don't think it's ever been explicitly stated.
Okay.
I just like to think the universe has one hell of a sense of humor about it.
Right.
I mean, with Vox's death especially, because again, I always assumed it was just because he loved to spread propaganda and he loved to talk. So it's like, okay, you got a TV for a head, but
I figured he worked in broadcasting when he was alive. Unless it's like Alistair, probably worked on radio. But yeah, what about like Rosie being the one that actually Alistair had the deal with? Because I think like the leading fan theory was it was Lilith because of the 7-year absent coincide with hers, but to find out that actually no, it was Rosie, and apparently she has the ability to make someone like the most powerful sinner in hell, which again I'm not entirely sure how that works.
That's a good question, and
yes, good subverting of expectations, by the way.
Well, everyone thought it was Lilith because it's the 7-year thing, but I think a lot of us said too easy, red herring. You know, it's like it's a fun theory, but it is way too obvious. But I never in a million years would have predicted Rosie was the one who owned his soul.
Yeah.
And it does beg the question on how powerful she is as an is this something all overlords can do? Is it something just the most powerful of overlords can do, that they can be, that, you know, if you do a ritual to reach into the voices of the afterlife, as Alistair did, and you get picked up on the radio signal, and could any of the other overlords have reacted? You know, we know, could Zestiel have been the one who heard her?
Mm-hmm.
Could Camilla Carmine? I don't know how long she's been down there. But how powerful is Rosie that she was able to make Alistair the most powerful sinner in all of hell immediately as he arrived?
Yeah, I mean, the head of Cannibal Town, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, my goodness, pretty powerful. I mean, that's really all I could guess. She's someone to reckon with, that's for sure. I mean, she's someone that you don't want to mess with, and I love the way that Alistair puts things into motion to try and get out from under her thumb, which is great.
Yeah, we'll probably get into that more later. Did anyone else catch the dedication plaque on the
To Susan?
on the Susan? We wish you would die again.
That was great. Like, yeah, wow. Apparently, it wasn't just Rosie who hated her.
Oh no, I think Rosie said everybody hates her, but yes.
Oh my god, that made me laugh so
Yeah, apparently
hard.
she did not survive the battle at the end of the last season.
Yeah, and I don't think anyone misses her.
Apparently not.
And yeah, we will talk about Alistair's plan here, but I want to go back to well, again, so talking about Rosie's power, to get a confirmation of the power, I need to see how Angel sold his soul to Val. Because we see in the contract, it's not signed Angel, it's signed Anthony. That was Angel's name when he was alive. So we have to assume he sold his soul to Val before he died. For whatever reason, you know, we don't know why he did it. And so again, it's like, did Angel reach out to Val, or was he still going by Anthony when he was first in hell, and then he, you know, and then he signed on to Val, and then he became Angel? Like, we need clarification on how an overlord gets a soul.
Yeah, I think we're going to get more on Angel's backstory next season.
I hope so.
Yeah, I can see that.
One of my favorite characters.
Yeah. And I apologize, guys. I'll be muting myself because apparently I have a concert going on up in my son's room.
I was wondering who's playing music in the background.
My son, and I'm serious, he is like 3 rooms above me, and I don't know. He's got this amp that's just insane. So I apologize. I will be muting myself, but I will be partaking. So just bear with me.
No problem. No problem. You know, whatever you got to do. At least that explains that. So, but also going back to the backstories, Vox's backstory, I think, is actually my favorite, and possibly because Brighter is going down as one of my favorite songs of the season. But it was that montage of him climbing the ranks and killing anyone that he thought might detract from everyone loving him. I don't know, it's just kind of terrifying in a way.
Yeah, I agree with you, by the way. That is probably one of my favorite songs as well. Him just taking out and slowly making his way up in power. And when I listened to the song again here before the show, and it's fun to listen to him move to a different goal each time. Like, hey, you can trust me with the news. You can trust me with the news. You can trust me for your entertainment. And then he just continually goes up and up. But again, it's that drive and ambition for being the most powerful person.
Yeah, nothing's ever enough.
Right. The most powerful person in the room or whatever.
I was thinking, like, you think someone by now would like notice that everyone who seems to be in his way of advancement seems to end up conveniently
dead. Right, dude.
You know?
I was I was expected, like the one guy that he shakes hands with there in that scene.
Yeah.
I can't remember if he ends up dead, but I was sitting there thinking like that guy's going to die.
Yeah, I think he's like
as the head
off
of the network.
building.
Yeah. So that Vox is definitely one that is deserving of his place in hell, and it's no doubt that he would continue his ambition down there and doing what he's doing. So
there's a little detail in the animation also I love when you see he's got a pin on his lapel and it changes as he goes through. And this is clearly also happening for a while because you see the streak in his hair get grayer and his hair gets darker. So it's like this has clearly been going on for years. This wasn't all done in a weekend, but the pin on the lapel starts, it's a goldfish, then it's a boat, then it's an anchor, and then it's a shark fin. As he keeps going, getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
There's symbolism there.
There is. And yeah, personally, I like to think that if the TV hadn't fallen on his head, he probably would have been found by the police. Yeah. It's like, I can't help but imagine you wouldn't have gone that much further. But it's that cut after the TV falls on his head, and you see that gruesome, look on his face as he's being electrocuted, and he falls into the black, and then Vox with the TV head rises into force. Like, God, that is. I think that was the one where I was just like, oh, so the universe does have a sense of humor. Good to know.
Oh, and then in the flashbacks where he's talking with Alistair and he has like an old CRT TV on his head.
That's
so somewhere along the lines, he upgraded to an LCD flat panel. Like,
you're right.
I have more questions.
Well, there's a background in one of the episodes where you see a whole row of different TVs on the wall where he has upgraded throughout the year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so that was, oh my God, what was that, like, liquid TV that came out for a while that
Plasma.
Everyone loved? Yeah, so that was the plasma TV, and there's the LCD TV.
Yeah. I would probably, if I could, interchange my heads, I would probably keep my heads around, no matter how old they got. They would sit on my shelf up there by my Back to the Future stuff.
Well, now I'm having Return to Oz flashbacks, so thank you for that. Jesse's always around to traumatize me.
Jealous.
Right. Marky Mark.
No, but yeah, Vox's backstory, I think, is my favorite of the season. But here's a question. Which other backstories do you want to see in the third season? Which characters do you really want to see what they were like on Earth before they died? David, you want to start?
Yeah, let me think about that.
Well, we've already talked about Angel. I mean, I'd be curious to see the other V's. Like, I'm hoping we're going to get a bit more Valentino next season. Hopefully, bad things are going to happen to Valentino next season.
He made me laugh really hard 4 times in the season, but he's still a horrible person.
Yes. I think he is still like the person we hate the most.
Yeah, it's like you can't keep hitting Angel in public, Val. When have I hit him? Click, click, click. He's got a whole friggin' slideshow.
Have we got like anybody's backstory from heaven?
No.
Actually, that loot.
Loot would be good.
Yeah. I mean, I have a theory, but I'd be curious to see if it's true.
Well, let's use that actually as a segue, because this is another. So I hate to say it, there have been a lot of complaints about how this season was handled. Not enough to say it's bad. This show is still.
No, it's definitely not bad. But yeah, I'd say I think first season was a tighter ship.
I was gonna say I've heard pacing issues is one of the things that I've saw online that people were having issues with, but yeah, go ahead.
And the complaint is about the character of Lute. So we know that Lute, is clearly having just the epic of all mental breakdowns following Adam's death. And this girl was never really mentally stable to begin with. And now she's seeing hallucinations. She's got Adam talking to her because Alex Brightman said, well, I'm already voicing Serpentius. Lord knows you still want to.
I was so happy to find out that was a vision and they didn't bring Adam back.
Oh, thank God.
I remember seeing something about somebody saying that he was going to end up in hell somehow, like he would be a denizen of hell.
That would be interesting because he certainly fit the profile.
Right, dude. That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking. I was expecting that fully, and then when, just like you said, when I found out it was a flashback, I was like, okay, I'm curious if he never showed up the rest of the season. So yeah, I'm kind of glad
one episode. Yeah. By the way, Gravity, favorite song.
Oh yeah. Gravity was released, I want to say a week or two before the season premiered, and it immediately shot up the charts on Spotify. People loved it. It's probably, I would say, the best song in the season. Total banger.
That's definitely my favorite. Or do we want to talk about the songs later, or just get into it
We'll
now?
talk about more of the songs later, but Gravity does lead into this. So the problem is, again, we have Lute, who is having just a total breakdown. She's lost Adam. She's no longer in command of the Exorcist army. That's fallen to Abel, who obviously, it's like, well, I'll take over because I'm the son of Adam, but he's not really cut out for the job.
Yeah, he's more of a lover than a fighter. I can't blame Lute for being upset about that, despite her psychosis. Like, this guy is not cut out for military matters at all.
Right.
And Lute swears she's going to kill all of it. She said, if you listen to the lyrics, she wants to hurt Charlie. I think she talks about how she wants to kill Vaggie to hurt Charlie the most. Like, you took the one I love, so I'm going to take the one you love. And yeah, clearly she had feelings for Adam. And then she really doesn't do anything for the rest of the season. She goes along with whatever Seraphim and the others say to do. She goes with them with the assorted taffies into hell, and she tries to attack Vaggie at the end, but she backs down when Abel finally grows a pair, as he says in the song, and tells her to.
Yeah, she taunts Vox a bit when they go to meet, but yeah, you expect, like, this is the person who's going to ruin everything as far as like peace between heaven and hell. Like, she's going to do something sneaky. She's going to start a fight without permission, but no, she kind of never really does. Again, I'm assuming they're saving that for season 3, but yeah, she didn't really have much of an arc this season.
Aside from just being upset every time they did something that she didn't like, she had to gripe about it, and that was about it.
Yeah.
So then, was using Gravity early in the season a mistake? Should they have saved that? Should we have not seen? Again, Lute's buildup, her mental instability is going to take a while. This isn't something that's going to happen right away. And at the same time, we've got the V's and Vox, who are the main villains of the season. And it's probably a good thing we don't have too many villains.
Yeah, it's only 8 episodes. And yeah, Vox Vox takes up a lot of the screen time in this season, which is because his head's a big screen. But I think the timing of the song, it's not bad, because this is dealing with the fallout of the events of season 1, where, like she's pissed that, that they lost and Adam was killed. So I think it fits in the right place. It's just, they didn't have enough time to do much more with it.
It also, I was going to say, like, gives the audience a little bit of doubt as to what she's going, or suspicion is probably a better word, as to what she's probably going to do, what actions she's going to take, because she's clearly motivated to mess something up. But, so as for using it this early, I mean, they'll follow it. And when she does have her moment, like if she does have one, they'll have if it's anything like that song, it's going to be good, or a reprise of whatever that was, just taken to another level, even better, because, again, that's the best song this season. But yeah, I didn't have any complaints about it. I mean, I to see it hit this early, I don't think it hurt in any way. And it didn't bother me.
I think I would have liked a few more scenes of her talking with Adam, building up what she could do. Because most of her scenes, she's in the background and she's part of the Angel Council, and we see her trying to convince Sarah, let me go down, let me start exterminating them again. They all need to die. It's like, I'll go obliterate every soul in hell. But again, she just doesn't. I would have liked to have seen more of her, kind of just thinking to herself, maybe talking to Adam, watching her fall a little bit more. I would like to add, though, Jessica Vosk, the actress who plays Lute, did get to sing Gravity at that Hazbin Hotel on Broadway, and she was amazing.
Yeah.
I just, again, when that song hit, I could tell, I haven't been paying attention to anything that was on Spotify. And I could tell that it was going to be one of the standout ones just because of how well it was done. So yeah, it's by far and away one of the better songs this season for sure.
Well, let's go ahead and talk about the songs then, because Gravity, Brighter, and a tie between Love in a Bottle and Vox Populi for me. Those are the ones that are living rent-free in my head, and I can't tell if Love in a Bottle is actually that good or just because I'm a sucker for Keith David's singing voice.
I mean, just his voice period is...
Yes.
Yeah, that man was blessed.
Oh,
He was.
freaking love his voice.
Okay, so Gravity, and Brighter for sure. I had to go look. I'm looking at the list right now. Brighter was another one. I finished the last 2 episodes tonight, and that song I think is like in episode 7, like very shortly after it starts. And I was like, oh, here, this is another one that is easily going to stand out amongst the rest of them. I'll give love to Serpentius, and the name of the song is hilarious, and that's Piss, a love song.
One of the songwriters, I follow him on TikTok, and he talked about how hard they had to fight Amazon to actually have the name of that song be Piss. They're like, no, the song's fine, but could you call it anything else?
Oh man,
it is a bit misleading.
Yeah, it is.
It does have one of my favorite lyrics. Time heals all wounds, but the wounds are what I'll miss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And is this the one where we have like, is that, no, it's later on when isn't there like a big kind of like medley of everybody?
When I think about the future, it's like the second to last song, I think.
Yeah, that's a good one too. That one stood out as well. So
yeah, it's kind of like One More Day in Les Mis, that you get everyone coming in and singing reprise of their parts.
Mm-hmm. There's mine.
All right. Any other songs, David, that really stuck out for you?
Yeah, well, we've already talked about Gravity. I'm actually finding once we get up there, that one also kind of gets stuck in my head from time to time. And I would also maybe give a bit of shout out to Vox Day. That one was also, it's short but sweet. But yeah, Brighter is also closer to the high end. And yeah, I kind of found that the songs this season weren't quite as good as the previous season.
Yeah.
Whereas I found myself listening to a lot more of the season 1 soundtrack than season 2.
Admittedly, I mean, someone did a version of Stayed Gone. They reanimated it with CG animation, I think via Blender, and it's amazing. It looks so good. And that's on my favorites list on YouTube. I love that. But yeah, Stayed Gone, Poison, Loser. Those are songs from season 1 I still jam out to all the time.
Hell's Greatest Dad.
Hell's Greatest Dad. And I do like Vox Day because it's essentially a reprise of Lucifer's part from Vox Populi. I thought that was really clever. Yeah.
Well, I even noticed, I forget which song it was. Here, let me see. Oh, right. I also to say Easy was another one that I quite liked. And
how iconic is it? They're literally doing the Devil's Tango. Symbolism.
Yeah, didn't pick up on that, but yeah, that was a good one. And yeah, Vaggie in a cocktail dress. Wow. Yeah. And it was the Don't You Forget reprise where it's like Vox singing to Alistair, that now he's his puppet.
And you're my bottomest bitch.
Yeah. Not realizing that, if Alistair volunteered for this position, that he probably has a plan.
Right.
Okay. I feel like I needed a diagram to figure out how Alistair planned all this out. Because I'm just going to go and say, he played Vox like a freaking golden fiddle.
Let me say that this obviously must be, parts of this must be making its round on TikTok or YouTube Reels or something. So my 11-year-old son comes into the room and he's like, "Oh, you're watching Hazbin Hotel." And he never watched the first season with me. And I was like, yeah, he'd never watched it as far as I know, but there's this moment where Alistair he's starting to figure out how to do this plan. And so now he's a prisoner of Vox. And Colton looks at me, he goes, just wait, Dad. And I'm like, what? So he knows what's going to happen before I even have any idea. And then I start to like really start paying attention as to what Alistair's doing, which the whole time you look at Alistair, he's got a grin on his face.
And
it's
kind of permanently set
permanent.
that way.
Yeah, I don't. He talks about how he always smiles and it keeps his enemies off guard. But the more I think about it, the more I think that's part of his curse of being in hell. Is that I don't think he can stop smiling.
He's like a dolphin. They're not actually always smiling. It's just their jaws are that shape.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
he has. It's like guess what you get? Glasgow smile.
But it fits perfectly for him because you cannot tell if you just think he's up to something, and he is perfectly fine with the fact because everything is going according to his plan. And so anyway, the diagram that you were talking about, I was doing the same thing in my head. I'm like, what the hell is his end game here? How is he going to do this? And the reveal at the end is pretty satisfying in my opinion. Leaving him still as like one of the big wild cards out there. But yeah, man, I just kind of watching him go through this. I think it started early in the season. And then I don't know, it was episode 3 or 4 when he finally, the fight though, like that was one thing I don't remember. I think we built up to the big extermination in season 1. I don't think we had too many fights prior to that. Animated conflicts in any way. Wow. I was really impressed with number 1, the conflict that we got between Alistair and the V's pretty much. And then the ending as well was done awesome. I was hook, line, and sinker watching that every move that was happening on screen.
Hook, line, and sinker watching a giant shark.
I was just waiting for that thing to get loose.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The minute shock, I love that if you actually watch with the closed captions, it's at shock.wave. It's not just shock wave, it's actually like a funny old name.
I saw that. That was funny. Man. But yeah, good stuff. Good stuff there.
Yeah. But yeah, so he plays Vox perfectly. And I've been rewatching it, and now I'm actually picking up on all the things that's like, wow, you really knew exactly how to, bait Vox for that. The scene where they're talking about unveiling, they're having the party to celebrate taking over heaven, and the way Alistair gets is like, oh, you're going to invite Charlie to your little party? She'd never go to that. And if she did, you'll never break her.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All according to his plan.
I did notice something. I didn't catch this the first time, but I caught it the second time. The deal is you are not to lay your hands on Charlie Morningstar.
Yeah.
And of course, that doesn't mean don't hurt her. That means literal, no physical touch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Vox does that where he grabs him by the shoulders to multiple people in this season.
Okay.
That's his thing. The girl in the black and white at the beginning. He does it to Val. He does it when they got Angel under their control. Just that little controlling grab.
Yeah, he's resting his hands on their shoulders kind of thing. Yeah.
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 And showing dominance of some sort, or, and it's funny because Alistair calls him out on it after he obviously says, hey, okay, deal's broken. He's like, I hate it when you do that. I hate it when I've been watching you do that. So I didn't go back and watch it the second time, but that's great that they've peppered that in there leading up to that, which is kudos.
Because again, it's like I had a feeling that's what they were doing, that he was going to eventually just grab her arm or touch her or hold her hand. Because again, it's like saying it as bluntly as that, you are not to lay your hands on Charlie. It's like, he's not going to hurt her. He is going to do something just casually touching her, and that's all it's going to take. Mm-hmm. But then watching again and realizing, and if you study body language, when someone does that, it is a very controlling move.
Oh yeah.
It is very dominating. It's supposed to elude comfort, like when you rub someone's shoulders, but doing that, you're actually steering them, you're directing them into the way you want.
Gross.
It's a very common thing you see with people who tend to be a little on the abusive side. So again, I love that was highly incorporated, and I just love Vox's little break. I didn't hurt her; I just touched her. See,
all I did was just.
I was just doing this.
Yeah.
Funny.
So, and of course, Vox's breakdown, and I love Val just going full Mortal Kombat on his ass.
Yes.
Because Vox is lost. He's not, and he's like, okay, fine, I'm going to take you all out if that means I get rid of Alistair. And Val's like, I did not sign up for that. Val and Velvet, they want heaven, they want control. They are not willing to die for this. And oh my God, just ripping Vox's head off.
Yep.
Vizzy has confirmed Vox is still sticking around. He's still a major antagonist. He's not going anywhere.
Oh yeah, he'll be on a shelf.
He doesn't have a body.
Right, that's true. Somebody's gonna have to pick him up and do something.
I listened to the soundtrack today in preparation, and when they do like the last song, what is it called?
Hear My Hope.
Hear My Hope, and you just hear the bit where like he's like puts him down, like, wait, what the fuck's happening?
No,
like, no, stop!
Here,
come on, you're ruining everything.
I want to show this to you guys. This was a cosplay taken at Planet Anime this last week. She actually made a Vox head purse.
Oh, nice! I see it.
Yeah, I could see people like just carrying around little battery-powered LCD screens with like little like Vox head animatics on them.
Yeah.
There's actually a handful of people who have been wearing those.
Yeah.
As Vox cosplays. It only shows a few faces, but
they'll get better.
It's still really impressive. And yeah, I'm just picturing now we're going to see Val and Velvet cosplays. And yeah, they're just going to have a little flat screen with Vox's head on, and they're carrying it around.
Perfect.
And does wonder, is he going to be kept as just a head? Does he regrow his body? You know, I don't know. I don't know how this works. We know that when you're in hell, unless you're actually killed by an exorcist blade, you can kind of regroup and reform yourself. We see that when Velvet gets knocked out the building by Nifty. Yeah. And she puts her body back together. So I don't know. I don't know how they're going to handle it.
Yeah, well, hopefully he gets a body back, because that man has great taste in suits. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, we have lost something in men's fashion somewhere along the way. We need to bring back long tail coats. They're
right.
I do love that pinstripe long tail coat. That is really good, and I love the way it almost kind of glows with the blue pinstripes when he flexes his power.
Yeah, I mean, Alistair's got it too, but I think Voxy's just that little, he's just that little level above him. I'll give him that. When it comes to fashion, Vox, you beat Alistair. Just that much.
Speaking which, what did you guys think about that little back scene between Alistair and Vox, where you see Vox actually trying to appeal to him for power, and the way Angel just that cruel shutdown that he does, just that laughing, just, oh my God, you're an idiot. Oh my God.
Yeah, again, it just furthers the villainous ways of Vox wanting to get revenge in some way and become more powerful than this other man. That's because this other thing that is in his way. At some point, he's going to try and get past him. And, again, that's what he does this season. Go ahead, David. Sorry.
Oh, no. But yeah, we've seen how he wants to be at the top, and he wants to take down anyone who's like above him in any way. I think that says a bit more about Alistair than Vox, just the way that he's like, oh, I was almost respecting you, and then you had to go and just ruin it all by asking me for help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we see that Alistair really despises like group work. He's very individualistic that way, which is kind of funny considering like he sold his soul to become the most powerful sinner in hell.
Mm-hmm.
So a bit of hypocrisy there, but yeah, it kind of shows off the strategies of the two different ones, or like how their strategies differ, and like Yeah, go
It
on.
does go really into the fight scenes as well, because Alistair keeps pointing out that when he challenges Vox to fight, Vox brings it, the first fight, he's got Val and Velvet helping him out, and he's like, oh, what, you can't fight me one-on-one? And then when he's free and he's got his powers back and he's going after him, he goes in shockwave. Again, it's like, you still can't fight me. Vox knows he's incapable of fighting one-on-one, but it's more to the point that it's a sensitive thing for him. If he was willing to just admit, yes, I need help from my cohorts, yes, this is why I built a team, we work together, it wouldn't be a big deal. But he is unable to admit out loud that he needs the help of others. To him, that is the weakness, and it's the weakness because that's what Alistair, pushed into him when he rejected him. He wants to prove to himself, he wants to prove to Alistair, no, I don't need help. Well, guess what? He does.
Yeah, it might be, or it could be just a pre-existing thing. He could just have a very, very shallow ego.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is something that almost every character we see here has something that they need to work on. And I think that's a great point that you keyed into there, that Vox is very, I don't know if insecure is the best way to put it, because he still has to rely on somebody to usually try and help him out. But he wants that glory all to himself. And that doesn't work out very well sometimes. People usually resent you for that once you call on somebody to help you out, and then you don't give them a little bit of credit that they deserve. You're not going to make too many friends. So Vox is, he's got, are those his brother and sister? Is that Val or are they just?
I hope not.
They just teamed up.
They just teamed up. Okay.
You get the idea they all came to hell at different times. It's not confirmed, but I get the impression that Vox came in like the 60s based on the TV that fell on him.
Okay. And
and 60s, 70s, I think Val may have come in the 70s based on his fashion. Very pimp aesthetic.
Very. Yeah. And then, oh my goodness, what's the girl's name?
Velvet.
Yeah. She's clearly social media age.
She's 2000s, 2010s,
Yeah,
20s.
she's recent.
Okay, so they're not related.
And even Vox admitted she's kind of new to being an overlord. So she came in more recently. And I also go with Val being in the 70s because they confirmed that Angel came into hell around the 80s. So
okay. All right. Well, anyway, Vox is again, he's the villain of this season, but he's also just like everybody else has something that they need to work on. And you never know, maybe he'll get redeemed.
Yeah, it's possible.
It's possible.
He's got a lot of work to do, but
yes, he does.
Charlie says point blank, I believe anyone can be redeemed.
Right.
After that disaster of an interview at the hotel.
Yeah.
Just, oh my God. Again, you talk about Charlie just having the meltdown, the ultimate meltdown, the speed run to redemption song. It's just like, oh my God, Charlie, you need to stop while you're ahead.
Yeah.
What was her name? She had as the mustache twirly villain in that.
Danny Do Bad. Yeah.
No, I'm Danny Do Bad. Oh, okay. All right.
It's like, sweetie, we've all seen Dirk Dastardly and Muttley. Okay, we know what you're channeling.
Right. Yeah.
So funny. And, oh God, yeah, I love it's like Nifty's driving the train. She's tied Husk to the train track. And Husk is like, I regret ever mentioning something. Okay, fine. Help, I'm trapped. Or whatever.
So that kind of, I would like to take a few moments to talk about Angel and Husk, or just Angel themselves, about what kind of goes on, where Angel is essentially a hypnotized spy, and doing
that was a good twist.
Yeah, doing some things that were kind of working in the favor of Vox, and unknowingly comes out on TV and again, cast aspersions upon the hotel. But the very end, Husk, you can see, is trying to care for Angel here. Their relationship at first very rocky, but towards the end you could see that they're friends, even though Angel did what they did. They're still trying to. They still believe in their friend, and they want Angel to come back to the hotel, and Angel says, "No, I don't want to hurt my friends," and walks off. Right? I mean, they don't talk. They don't talk Angel into staying. What do you guys think about that?
Oh, it's really been building up. I don't know if Angel really believes he is capable of redemption. He didn't end up in hell just because he was a bad person. He sold his soul. Which begs the question, can he be redeemed if Val still has ownership of it? It's like, can he redeem his soul if his soul no longer really belongs to him?
Good point.
And it is so painful when he realizes what he's gone through, that he has been a spy this whole time. If you go back to season 1 and watch Poison, there is a scene where it just kind of cuts to him singing, and you see Val and Vox on the floor below him, and you realize they were setting this up all the way back then.
Wow.
That was the night he got hypnotized.
Wow.
Again, really good storytelling. And he just doesn't really think that the hotel will work for him. He's kind of just sitting back thinking to himself, he went there because he wanted to live there for free. He just put up with the redemption thing. He says in the very first episode of the first season, as long as I can keep living here for free, because crack is expensive.
He's not wrong.
So I wouldn't know. But I don't think he believes in himself. I don't think he ever really did. And now that he has gone through all this and he's hurt his friends as badly as he has, I don't really think he, has the faith in himself to face them anymore, to face the hotel, to try to improve himself.
Yeah, that's sad. It's pretty sad.
His confidence has been shattered, and like first season he did succeed in like making friends and becoming part of the group, but then you have sort of Charlie ignoring his feelings to try and force his redemption, to promote the hotel. Like,
right.
She put that before him, like that hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And then to find out that all this time he's been a spy working for the V's, and then at the very end you see him like trying to choke Cherry to death under hypnosis, and she's like one of his longer time friends, it seems. So
they definitely, you can tell that they're becoming friends for sure in this season. Cherry's kind of a rough around the edges, but you can tell that they're working towards something there for sure. And when it sucks when you realize that as much as you care for the people that you love, when you do something that hurts them, you want to remove yourself from their orbit so you don't hurt them anymore. So I understand where he's coming from. And that's very depressing, though. It's sad because these are his friends. Val is not his friend, and it sucks to see him making the decision to go back to him. Like, I'm just going to go back there. And I'm like, gosh, man. So hopefully season 3 will get us on level ground. He'll get on level ground and back at the hotel somehow.
Yeah. And you kind of need something to, tie people into the third season, right?
Right.
Yeah. And this is unfortunately something that is very common in abusive relationships. Even if you get away from them, even if you are away from them for a while, something can happen, something can hurt you, and you feel that you deserve to be in that abusive relationship. You do not believe that you deserve anything better.
Sad.
Very sad. I should point that one of the other things with Angel, and this is again something that we've seen the illustrations for way back, again, similar to Baxter, is Angel's family. He apparently has a brother in hell as well. Apparently Angel came from like a crime family, mob boss style.
He sounds like he does.
Mm-hmm. So he apparently has a lot of family members in hell, and he has a sister in heaven whom we have seen in the backgrounds.
Oh, really? Okay.
There's a character, looks a little like him, pink, white, puffy. She showed up in the Welcome to Heaven song in season 1, and we see her in the background during Pentius's tour, during No One Is Like You. Side note, if all Heaven has in movies is Christmas-themed rom-coms 24/7, then I'm going to hell because I don't want to deal with that.
In the theaters, no less.
Like, no, I don't want to. It's like, no, that is literally my idea of hell is nothing but Christmas-themed rom-com.
Hot, frosty, and IMAX.
I'm in love with you, Santa.
Yeah, it's just you and Mark watching Hot Frosty for eternity.
Oh, well, yeah, that sounds like heaven, doesn't it?
Yeah, ask who. No, thanks. Side note, I did love the Like You song and the Tour of Heaven, and I love I don't know, it's funny and sad at the same time that they're trying so hard to cheer up Pentious. And it's clear that he's miserable because he doesn't get to be with his friends. And I love the little bit where you see him stealing stuff in the background to build that machine. And he wants to get back. And in the middle of the song, you hear him shout, "Here I come, Cherry!" Just wants to get back to her so bad. Hell, the first gift that he sends with at the very end to Emily to give to Cherry, it's all cherry themed items, cherry soda and cherry candy. And it's like, oh my God, that is so stinking cute.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt so sad for Sir Pentious too. You know, I mean, it's crazy because there's this dichotomy of like, hey, you're in heaven, and you should be, you know, this should be ultimate happiness for you, and you were just in hell, and the one thing that is keeping you from being happy is the fact that you miss your friends. So it's relatable. It's understandable for sure.
Sorry, Emily, but all the pangolins in heaven aren't going to cheer him up.
He's more of an egg boy.
He definitely
I love
is.
the little golden egg boy she makes for him, and I love. He's like, I love them. I'll tolerate them.
Yeah, he's like going to bed, and they're all snuggled up on him. I'm like,
Yes.
all right, yeah.
Okay, you've got the egg boy title. Which one are you? Are you the in hell egg boys, or are you the in heaven egg?
I'm
boy?
an in hell egg boy. I think I come away with season 1 appreciation for the egg boys, and this season I'm just like, they're not. Of course, Sir Pentious wasn't really, aside from being pretty crucial to the plot, he wasn't really like a very, very big like screen eater this season at all.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, after the second episode, it's like, well, he's like not in this season at all. And then thankfully he comes back at the end, gets a bit more stuff to do.
Right.
I absolutely love during his duet with Sarah, he starts reprising "It Starts With Sorry."
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
Nice callback. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it shows that, he has learned. It isn't just a freak accident that he ended others. Like, no, he has truly repented. He knows, what it is to be a good person now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I like that whole bit where she's like, I just don't understand humans. What do they think? It's like, they're scared. Like that's what you need to know is they're frightened.
Mm-hmm.
And this is how they're dealing with it.
Like that's humanity.
Mm-hmm.
We freak out. We get terrified. That's the way, and we react to it.
Yeah. Also, when you like go down for like every 7 years and statistically murder a bunch of people, what do you
There's going to be a modicum of fear there
Yes.
the next time your name comes up.
That does point out one other thing that I don't know why they've decided on this. They confirmed the exterminations have only been happening for 7 years. Again, this has to tie in with Lilith's disappearance.
Yeah, like when Vox was saying, like, do you have any idea how many sinners have died? He's like, thousands. Like, really? I thought the number would be a lot higher than that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they confirmed it only happens. It's only been happening for 7 years, and I feel that that makes so much of what Charlie's doing lose so much gravitas. I don't know, the idea that I feel like the idea that this extermination had been happening for centuries, if not longer, felt that her trying to do something good out of it would have felt like so much more of an impact.
I can see where you're coming from there.
But again, this has to tie in with Lilith. It has to.
Right.
But that does bring me to another point. I want to hear some thoughts from you guys on this. So we're hopefully going to get Lilith in the 3rd season now, since she's finally decided to stop, screening her daughter's calls.
Yeah, I would hope so after that ending cliffhanger.
We've heard in the past they talk about how Lilith inspired hell with her songs and her uplifting voice. And this show has made a point of casting multiple big Broadway names. So the voice of Lilith, I think, has to be a Broadway queen. We need someone whose name just screams big Broadway actress.
Yeah, they kept her from having any speaking roles until they could cast her.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I want to hear who you guys think should be cast, but I'm putting it out now. I want Idina Menzel.
That's who I was gonna go with, mostly because that's the only Broadway name I know. Sorry,
I would have to. Right, dude. I would have to consult something to figure out like what are our available options.
Yeah. Can we come back in like a week? I need to watch a lot of Broadway to know who's who here.
Okay, what about well, we just talked about her last night. What about Cynthia Erivo? She's a huge Broadway name. The actress playing
you could just say any names right now, and I'd be like, oh, okay. Yeah. What about Luke Skywalker? Okay, yeah, sure. He was good in Les Mis.
Yeah,
Right?
I wish that I had the Broadway knowledge, a tenth of a Broadway knowledge that you do. It's funny because
I don't even have that much.
Well, when we get to talking about things like this, I honestly like wish I had my daughter because she would be able to rattle off some people. And the sad thing is that she hasn't watched any Hazbin Hotel yet.
Oh,
and
wow.
I told her, I said, I've done Hell of a Boss. I've done the second season of Hazbin Hotel that I've been involved in. And I am the least Broadway proficient dude. But she loves, she'll, if it isn't Hamilton, it's Beetlejuice, or we're listening to something else that, she could find on Spotify that has a large singing soundtrack. So yeah, I'm right there with you, David. You could probably name about 20 people and I'd be like, okay, yes. But yeah, I agree with you though. I mean, I think that the name has to be big.
There's got to be a reason why Idina Menzel is the only name of
Broadway
I know.
Right.
Well, there's other big ones. Okay, here's actually a fun fact. We have an actress here named Sutton Foster, won a Tony for her performance in Thoroughly Modern Millie. It looks like she's married to Christian Borle, voice of Vox.
Okay.
All right. So she's got an in. At least she could get her foot in the door there, or a good word put in for her.
We also got big names like Bernadette Peters, Patti LuPone, Audra McDonald.
How old is Bernadette Peters?
That's actually a good question. Hang on a second. How old are you?
She's been around for a while, I'm pretty sure.
77.
Yeah.
Still sounds amazing.
I was going to say, if she's still doing Broadway and singing, oh my goodness, more power to her. Okay. So, Lilith, she can't be a high pitched pop sound. We'll put it that way. If I want somebody that's coming into this, I want somebody that's got a very powerful voice. Because that's what I think they're building up to. Is Lilith is kind of like just like you said, she's going to be the person we want. So it's got to be somebody that's got a nice, powerful range to them. If I'm going to say I have any preference, but if she comes on there and she's Kristen Bell singing something, I'm just gonna be okay. Well, you did what you did. I guess there's a budget involved.
Well, that's actually why I didn't say an actress like Kristen Chenoweth, who's also a big Broadway name, but she has a very, very high-pitched voice.
Yeah, I'd imagine both being a bit more deep-voiced.
Right.
I think that's why I went with Idina Menzel, because she has that very brassy, strong voice. And that's something I can imagine the Queen of Hell sounding like.
Kristen Chenoweth. You said the name, and I was like, I know I've heard that name before.
She was actually with Idina Menzel in the starring roles of Wicked. They were Glinda and Elphaba in the original Broadway show.
West Wing.
Okay.
Because I went through all 7 seasons of West Wing with Mark, and I was like, I know that name somewhere. And sure enough, yeah, we've talked about Kristen on that podcast.
Yeah, she's in addition to Broadway, she's done a lot of movies and TV shows. I would say
Okay.
actually out of all the names I've mentioned, she's probably the most well-rounded actress of all
Okay.
of them. And she has done quite a bit of voice acting as well. But again, I think she's too high-pitched for that. I still remember having to watch her as Maleficent in the first Descendants movie. And I'm like, no. I don't care how gimmicky you think it is to have a big Broadway actress playing Maleficent. This was really bad casting.
She doesn't seem to have much of a commanding presence, in my opinion, on screen. I mean, voice-wise, I don't know, but I mean, Maleficent?
Yeah.
All right, then.
Yeah.
I
So what
don't
you know
know.
about those movies? Angelina Jolie was perfect.
I won't argue.
Mhm.
She was pretty much the only thing that was good in that movie.
Just about, yeah. She saved that film. The second film, nobody could.
Nobody
save.
could save that.
Oh,
there's-
oh goodness.
Yeah. Anyway,
So Loki.
No, again, that was something I really wanted to talk about because there's been so much build up to Lilith. I mean, for God's sakes, Vox keeps name dropping her. He names his freaking weapon after her.
Yeah.
Right. Which is funny because it's powered by
Her husband. Yeah.
her husband.
That's a bad tickle. That's a bad tickle.
yeah. Lucifer was a bit of a joke this season. I mean, he was a bit of a joke last season, but it seemed like he was getting better.
Yeah. Showing up at the factory is like, oh, you want me to stand on the X? It's like, Lucifer, for God's sakes, I know you're a doof, but come on.
Yeah, like, dude, I don't think, Charlie's doing this. Okay, all right, then. He falls. Oh, okay, what is this? This is a nice egg? I was like, dude. All right, man.
I do love the line, let me give you a bag of pop apology. It's like, it's like, please, somebody make that a thing. I want to hear that more often. I did love, again, in Vox Populi, his opening rock anthem.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
was
that was
so badass. And I loved his room that he's got a Belphegor plushie that he's got in his bedroom.
Yeah.
I missed
Belphegor, of course, being the we saw her in Hell of a Boss. She's the personification of sloth. So of course, she's the perfect plushie to sleep with.
I like the big stack of cash saying, "This is a bribe. Please come back, Mammon."
Yes, I saw that too.
Wow.
And of course, the opening up, he's got the oversized sweater, and it's covered with all those rubber ducks.
Big fan. Yeah, it's so funny because she's trying to get her dad's attention. Charlie's trying to get her dad's attention, and has texted him and like shows the phone, and it's nothing but like 3,000 duck emojis
I said,
on there.
flock of duck emojis.
Like
and he's watching a duck soap opera.
Oh man.
Side note, nice little Easter egg when he comments that the sinners have no taste in musical theater, and it's like the Great Quaxley or something.
Mhm.
Great Gatsby is a new Broadway show, and the actor who plays Lucifer had the starring role in that.
Oh, seriously.
So again, like, okay, nice little nod there, guys.
Yeah, good Easter egg.
Yeah.
Egg, get it? Duck. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Boy.
And I also
I'll see
love.
myself. Boy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hang on a second. There you go. Sorry, a little slow on the buttons. And then you have the scene of Lucifer and Alistair talking, and Lucifer's holding a mug that says "Deer Season," and Alistair's holding one that says "Duck Season."
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
I did catch that. That was good.
You should use a coaster. Now, Lucifer is still one of my favorite characters, but yeah, someone beat him with a stupid stick this season.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Although I still stand by for his opening number in Vox Populi is probably one of the best parts of this season.
Oh, yeah. No, that was good.
Yeah, even just the scene of him coming down with the lightning backlit, and you see the eyes opening up in his lower wings. Like, oh my god, that's so. Someone needs to make that into a freaking tattoo.
Yeah. If it was just the Lucifer bits of Vox Populi, it would probably be higher on my my rankings.
Yeah. I think the part of Vox's song in there, the manifest destiny, as long as you invest in me, that part stuck in my head. I was like, damn, that's really good writing. Say what you will, the lyrics in the song are so freaking brilliant.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they put effort in, definitely.
The only other thing I had listed was another theory that I've seen bumping around here, and it makes me laugh so hard if this is true. It concerns everyone's favorite character, Nifty. Mm-hmm. Side note, David, I cannot believe when we talked about favorite songs, I didn't hear you once mention Clean It Up.
Yeah, look, just because something has Japanese in it doesn't automatically mean I like it, okay? Like, I'm not that much of a weeb. Yeah.
Sorry.
Believe it or not, Japanese can make shit stuff too. Not that I'm saying the song was bad, it's just...
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Yeah. No, fair enough. But yeah, let's be honest, when Velvet and Nifty started fighting, nobody was betting on Velvet.
No.
Yeah. I was just waiting to see how bad she was going to get messed up.
Yeah. So which one of these two people has killed an archangel? Oh, right.
Yeah. The small one. Yeah.
Yes.
Charlie told me to defend Baxter, and I will defend Baxter.
That's a great scene. Great scene.
Yeah. My Chief Rabbit told me to defend this, Warren.
But the part that everyone's talking about is at the end during Hear My Hope. So the Overlords start joining together and pushing their powers to try to get rid of the weapon. At first it's Emily using her angelic powers, and then Charlie joins in, and then Husk, who we know is a former Overlord.
Yeah. I'm like, where did this come from?
But Nifty starts showing powers as well and throwing it in, which at first I thought was like, okay, it's all hell powers. But the non-Overlord characters aren't doing that. Vaggie, Angel, Cherry, Baxter, they're putting their hands on the shoulders to show support, but they're not showing power. Is Nifty a former Overlord?
I mean, I guess if we're going to put two and two together here, what would she be an Overlord of, though?
Roaches.
She is the Rat Queen because she's covered in rat blood.
Yeah. Oh man, that's interesting. I was not paying attention to that at all. You would never. I mean, I guess anybody could be an Overlord, but Nifty. I don't tell Nifty I said that, because last thing I need is her to come after me with her knife. But yeah, that's crazy. I did not see that at all.
Again, something that I've seen being tossed around on a couple of the Facebook boards following the show. They're just like, oh my God, Nifty's an Overlord.
That's crazy.
And someone actually brought up an interesting point, saying, well, maybe she was driven crazy and she kind of got convinced to hand over her soul to Rosie or to Alistair. And someone else pointed out, well, maybe it has something to do with Vox, considering the way she reacts to cameras.
Ooh,
maybe
that's a good point. Yeah, I mean, she clearly has some type of an issue or trauma that occurred and just causes her to freeze like she does when she brought her out. Charlie brought her out there on the news. Was it the news broadcast that or the interview? Yeah.
It's like, oh God, that's right. The cameras. No, that's not a camera, Nifty. It's a big roach.
Deal with it. It'll be okay.
Tell the roach why you like living at the hotel.
Yeah, I don't know how she thought that would ever work out.
Yeah, it's like it's like, okay, I get that she brought her to hold the signs up to remind her. It's like Vox lies, the hotels. I get that it's like she needs that visual reference to kind of keep her from, going into self-doubt. At the same time, it's like, of all the people in your hotel you could have grabbed for help, you grabbed Nifty?
Yep. Not a good decision again, Charlie.
Yeah. Although I can't complain because Kamiko Glenn singing that song is freaking hilarious.
Right.
I don't know if you guys have ever seen Kamiko Glenn in real life. She is the tiniest little skinny thing, and she is so freaking adorable.
Oh, wow. That's it, I guess.
So it's like just imagining her singing. So I was like, yeah, it fits perfectly.
Wow.
I think that actually is everything I wanted to talk about. Season 3, we got Lilith come back. Hopefully, we're going to see what happens with them trying to get Angel back at the hotel. As far as Alistair, now that he's broken free of his chains with Vox and Rosie, I think he's going after Lucifer. I think to him, being the most powerful sinner, it means taking down the king of hell.
You just can't tell what he's got planned. I mean, there's no way to even like try to piece together. That might be the only, I guess, like thing that you could possibly see him doing. But again, it could be something completely different, and I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, he's like the least predictable character
for sure.
He is. Was there anything else that anyone wanted to talk about? Any other points I missed? Any songs that we forgot to discuss? Anything?
I'll give like my top couple moments of the season for me. I think the way that they did our opening first 2 episodes was really cool. Where they ended, I think the first episode was ended when, oh my goodness, what was her name? The angel that comes down and talks to Charlie.
Emily.
So Emily, thank you. So Emily comes down and talks to Charlie and said, is it the end of the first episode when that happens? I can't remember if that's the first or second episode, but either
they literally cut to credits as Charlie is having her panic scream.
Right. When she starts freaking out. And then the second episode is them kind of showing what led up to Emily going through the portal and saying that. Did they ever explain why Serpentius couldn't just go through the portal? Is it because she only has the power to do so, or... that was the whole thing.
The show would only be 3 episodes long.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
I'm guessing only because even Charlie meant in the first season, Charlie couldn't just go to heaven. She needed her father to set up the meeting.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe it's only angels can go to between realms.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it bothered me for some reason. Like I was like, just toss Serpentius's ass through the portal. And
problem solved.
Well, just see how everybody reacts. But clearly there was probably, it wasn't lost on me that there's probably some reason they couldn't. It just was never explained. Like, and I was looking for something to kind of explain that. Let's see, what was the other like top moment? I mean, I already kind of mentioned this, but I think the fight scenes that we get here are really good. A great animated style. It's frenetic. It's, I didn't find any flaws that I could complain about there. The one thing that I will complain about, this is the only criticism that I had, is that when was the last season? When did we last talk about? Was it last year or the year before when we talked season 1?
Hang on a second.
If it was last year, okay, that's fine. But I feel like I really could have used a recap, and I understand that's probably what YouTube's for. But when I got dropped back in to the world of Hazbin Hotel, I was a bit lost. I could kind of pick up on some context clues as to what happened. Of course, I watched the first season with you guys, but man, I would have loved a recap just to feel a little bit more comfortable when I jumped back into that first episode as to what happened.
Well, it almost feels like 2 years because season 1 aired in January and February of 2024. So it nearly has been 2 years.
Wow. Okay.
I will say there is actually a recap on YouTube and it's Alistair singing it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I saw that. Yeah.
That's awesome. Like I said, I know that's what YouTube is for, because really you want to brush up on something, just head over there and be like, okay, season 1 recap. And then you can get it within 5 minutes. How long the video is? It can't be that long. Then I would assume Alistair singing it. That's awesome. That's really cool. But yeah, those are probably like my standout moment. I had a couple really fun times, enjoying the fight scenes, and what we got here was good. Overall I enjoyed it. I didn't find a whole lot to complain about. I can understand other people's problems with the pacing of what was going on. But aside from that, I liked this season a little bit more than I did the first season, because, and I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that we have a conflict between heaven and hell that has to now get resolved. And we're kind of getting the story from both sides. And of course, you've got Vox down there just trying to use it to his ultimate advantage so he can go up to heaven and take it over as well. So, I think I enjoyed this season a little bit more than the first season, but overall enjoyed it. So I had a good time. There you go.
All right, David, anything else?
Like I said, it had its issues. It was still very enjoyable. I think certainly towards the midpoint where Vox just seems to be winning after winning after winning. I can see how people would get upset about that, but that's kind of how shows work. Is you need to get to the darkest place before you can get out of it. So I was just knowing that just keep waiting, see how it ends. But I thought that they did a pretty good job of the characters acted consistently and for the most part rationally. I mean, yes, Charlie kind of went crazy, but that's Charlie.
Yeah,
that's who she is, and I even like it at the end of the show. It's her. She makes Vaggie the manager of the hotel, and she's just a therapist. It's like, this is what I'm good at. I'm not the person to be running this place. That's you're the thoughtful, wise, responsible one. I'm the one who just is all touchy feely and feelings person. Even Sarah, her struggling with. Did I make the wrong choice? And did I, kill thousands of people for nothing? And, now we're having to deal with this situation. And how do I deal with it? I thought it was neat that they mentioned that apparently God exists, because that wasn't part of anything in the first season. So be curious to see if we get a little bit more on that and how that all works. So I thought the characters acted in good ways. It was not an idiot plot. It was a plot where some people made poor decisions due to their own naivety, or I guess in Vox's case stupidity. But yeah, it's better than a lot of the things out there, and even then I think it's still good. And we'll see how they do with season 3 and the Hell of a Boss crossover, however that goes.
Yes, actually, that is something to bring up, that we had an announcement earlier this year that now that Hell of a Boss and Hazbin Hotel are both technically under the Amazon, they're under Amazon, but they both are still in complete control by VivziePop, but now we can actually have crossovers.
That would be awesome.
Now the characters can actually show up, because I think the extent we've had of it was... we do see Val's got that little robot assistant who is clearly supposed to be like an off-model Fizzarali bot.
Yeah, I think there was an imp that looked a lot like Blitz in the pilot. Yeah, don't know if that was supposed to be Blitz, but.
And of course, in the Mastermind episode, we see Lucifer's seat is empty with a little rubber duck on it.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, I am really looking forward to what they can actually do now that we can have the characters cross over. I want to see Lucifer go over to the Hell of a Boss universe and interact with the other sins. I want to see how Blitz and crew would react to people at the Hazbin Hotel. It's like, would they be able to convince them to still pay them for revenge or not?
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, I don't know when we're going to get any of this. We have not gotten a release date for the next season of either show. We've been getting little mini segments for Hell of a Boss on YouTube. Those little mini episodes. I think we got one where we got to see Moxie carry out a mob hit, which was pretty funny. But yeah, we don't have any dates or any updates on when the next seasons are going to be revealed or anything like that. But of course, as they constantly point out, animation takes a really long time. But in the meantime, Hazbin Hotel is available on Amazon. If you haven't checked it out, I don't know what the heck is wrong with you. Go check it out. This show is phenomenal. It's hilarious. It's brilliantly animated. All the actors are having so much fun. It is so enjoyable. Cannot recommend it enough. But on that note, I think it's time we wrap up and move into the plugs. David, haven't had you on the show for a while, so why don't you go ahead and start first and tell us where our viewers can find you?
Well, I'm happy for our viewers to not know where they can find me, but I'll be back again for future shows.
Don't find me. Don't come looking.
I value my privacy. Don't share everything on the internet, people. But I'm hoping to be on for the Avatar 3 review, and when that happens, and I think that's probably it for me this year, as far as I know. And we'll see what comes out next year.
All right. You were still up for Wednesday season 1 and 2, right?
Yes, Wednesday season 1 and 2, whenever we get to them. Hopefully before Wednesday season 3.
Especially since they just made a casting announcement. They've revealed who's going to be playing Antophelia in season 3.
Oh, goody.
Eva Green.
Okay.
Well, she's been in a handful of Tim Burton projects, so
okay.
that's a good choice.
Yeah. Not Helena Bonham Carter? What?
Oh, they're not together anymore.
Yeah.
No, that's why Monica Bellucci got a role in Beetlejuice, because she's now sleeping with the director.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Jesse Starcher, I've had you on so many TV Party Tonights over the last few weeks. I finally release you. Your shackles are broken. Mm-hmm. You are like your soul no longer belongs to me.
Oh, that's good. I didn't even have to, weasel my way out of it in some way. Well, before I get into my plugs, we have to do something that I said we were going to do last week. All right. Now, David, I hope you have just a few more moments if you could stick around. It's not going to be very long. Yeah. Okay. All right. 9 weeks of TV Party Tonight. All right. So you have to, or I just want, I'll rank them for you, or I'll help you walk through and rank them. But we need to go 1 through 9, starting with, I think Upload season 4. Was that the first of the 9?
Yes, it was.
Okay. All right. So where would you put that? In the middle, in the top? What do you think as far as like what you got out of comparing to the rest of these 8?
Lower middle on the grounds of, and we talked about this on the show, that they really rushed the ending of Upload season 4. The previous seasons had built up so much about this world and the concept of the digital afterlife, and they really did a speed run to redemption, speed run to the ending. And it left a lot. It left Mark and me just sitting there going, really? We've watched you guys for this long, and this is what you gave us?
Oh, wow.
So
that sucks.
A little sad.
Okay. All right. Well, then what is Monster season 3?
That was the Ed Gein story.
Oh, we're in the 3rd season of that?
Yep. First season was Jeffrey Dahmer. Second season was the Menendez brothers. That goes higher. I know that show is plagued with controversy, with a lot of people saying that Ryan Murphy took so many creative liberties, to which I say, yeah, what a surprise. Are you really that shocked? But I very much so enjoyed it. I loved it. I would put it up probably second below. I think the Dahmer story was still the best, but I did enjoy it more than the Menendez brothers.
Okay. All right. And the one that took the world by storm, everybody loved it. Let's see what your opinion was. TV Party Tonight, Alien Earth.
You are never going to let that go, are you?
Well, you're not a fan? What? Okay. So you said already that that's going to be the worst.
It still is. David, I don't know if you tuned into our review of that, but it was basically Mark and me saying, why are we being punished like this? And Jesse saying, but this is great.
I had a good time.
I stand by it. The Oculus alien was the only cool thing in that series.
Yeah.
And I'm disappointed I haven't seen any cosplayers just sticking the Oculus on the side of their head or something, or like just wearing like an eye piece right here. It's like, come on, guys, that would be so awesome.
So easy and so cool. Okay, Peacemaker season 2.
Definitely in the higher end. I really enjoyed Peacemaker. I love that series. I thought the second season was a great follow-up to the first one, and we talked about how excited we are with the 3rd season, how oh my God, what was the name of the graphic novel? The planet that the villains kind of colonize. We said we think that they're going to use that as the adaptation.
Shoot, it's not Paradise. It's
hang on a second. Where the hell is my notes?
I cannot remember what it's called. For some reason, I want to call it Paradise. That is not it. It's
Salvation Run.
There we go. Okay. Yeah.
So now we have a chance for Salvation Run being incorporated into the 3rd season of Peacemaker, as long as David Zaslav does not screw Warner Brothers over anymore at this point. So I am very much excited if that's the way things are going to go.
Okay. Stranger Things season 3.
Still maintain probably one of my favorite seasons of Stranger Things, although, and spoilers ahead, I definitely enjoyed our conversation about Stranger Things season 4 more because I loved how excited you and I got talking about Eddie, talking about running up that hill, talking about Vecna, talking about the reveals.
Oh, yeah.
And the night we are recording this is the day before the first half of Stranger Things season 5 premieres. And I already told Andre, it's like we are, making something easy for dinner, and we are binging all 4 episodes that night.
Yeah. It's going to be tough. I have to do a podcast tomorrow in the evening, and my daughter is not going to get home till the evening, so I'll probably be able to do like 1 episode, and then I have to do the 1 or 2 episodes, maybe do the podcast. So I am a little upset about that. But moving on, TV party tonight, Gen V.
I would say higher end, but still in the middle. I really enjoyed our conversation. I thought it was really good, but we did bring up one point that I still am a little disappointed about, and that is we're 90% sure we're not getting a Gen V season 3, since The Boys is wrapping up after this next season, and it is a spin-off series, and there is a lot that I would really like to have seen continue with this. So,
right.
It's like little. It was really good, but at the same time, it's like, really, we're not going to get any more of this. So you can't help but feel just a tad disappointed.
Right. Let's try it again. Only murders in the building. Only moitos. Only moitos. Season 5 of that. What do you think?
The robot being kicked off the top of the building and singing, "Oh no," on its way down is still rent-free in my head. Is one of the funniest things I have seen over the last few months. Actually, there is a moment in Hazbin Hotel I forgot to talk that I have since rewound and watched multiple times.
What's that?
I'm from fucking Florida, chunk. Oh my God, that was priceless.
All right. Stranger Things season 4, you kind of already talked about that. So I know that's probably a notch above season 3. And then Hazbin season 2.
Probably at the top. This is the series that I was most excited to talk about. I love the show. I love virtually anything Vivzie Pop has come out with. She's one of my favorite animators and one of my favorite creators, and I was so excited to watch this series.
Very good. Very good. Well, I wanted to get your idea. You did 9 weeks straight of this, and I was curious as to what was, an idea of what your favorite stuff was to talk about and some of the worst stuff you had to endure. So I got a good idea of that now. So
I can finally relax. My brain can be taken out of the blender.
Yep. All right. Yes. As for myself, ladies and gentlemen, go check out the Source Material Comics podcast. We got all sorts of fun stuff over there. Source Material, where we talk about comics of any era. Myself and Mark Radlich are making our way through Day Tripper. I think we're in the middle of that arc, or I think it's 12 issue series. Really good. A lot of great discussion going on there. The Unspoken Issues podcast, where we talk about 90s comics all the time over there. Next week will be our discussion on Pit number 1. So if you're a Dale Keown fan and you like Image Comics, tune in, because me and me, Chris, and Evan get together and have a great discussion on that first issue. And then, of course, if you play Marvel Snap, me and Evan Bevins do a podcast called Snap Material. And it's getting late. I try to enunciate, but when it gets late, it's hard. You can hear us talk about that game and get a lot of stuff wrong, but have a good time doing it. So that is all I got. Thank you guys for having me on.
All right. And I will have you back, or you and I will be doing a Source Material, not this next week, but the week after that, since we are taking a month off to talk about Stranger Things season 5 in January. Once we have the whole season, we're not going to do, multiple discussions since they're breaking this up. But on December 10th, we will be talking graphic novels with Stranger Things meets Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That's right. I already read the first few pages. They're in New York on a trip with their oh my goodness, what was the name of the science
Mr.
teacher?
Clark.
Mr. Clark. So I'm already down. I cannot wait to talk about it.
Absolutely. I read through when I was working one of my conventions and had so much fun. Again, I'm off for TV Party tonight for a bit, but I will be coming back to talk Zootopia 2, Five Nights at Freddy's 2, and the 2025 Frankenstein on Damn You Hollywood. Really excited to talk Frankenstein. I've already seen the movie like 2 or 3 times. I freaking love it.
Awesome.
David, have you seen the new Frankenstein yet?
Not yet.
Oh, it's so good. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And as far as the Honeysuckle Hustle, just remember, Mark, you're the one who called it that. It's on you, man.
That's right.
All right. So just a reminder that we are starting our charity drive on Friday, Black Friday. From Black Friday to Christmas Eve, for every order that is placed, we will be donating $5 to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. And as you can see, if you're a fan of Hazbin Hotel, come check out our site because we have a lot. I love the show so much. I've made a ton of jewelry based off of it. I just enjoy it so much. I cannot keep these Vox earrings in stock. Oh my God. I am getting so many orders for these things.
Nice. Very nice.
So again, we're on, this is our handmade Amazon store. We're also on Etsy. And as always, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. That's Honeysuckle Rose Creations. We're Fashion Meets Fan with the intersection of geek and chic. So thank you so much for tuning in for tonight's show, guys. I hope you have a wonderful night. Remember, trust us with your entertainment.